Hello, this is Kirill from forexpo.com and welcome to our MQL4 tutorial on algorithmic trading for beginners. In the previous tutorials, we looked at how to open orders, how to close orders, how to modify them, etc. But now we have a question: what do we do if we already have an order in the market and we want to find out information about it? So we don't necessarily want to do anything yet, but we just want to understand, is this order, what the stop loss is for this order, what the profit is, what instrument this order has been executed on, what the volume is, and all this other information which is related to the order. How do we find that out? And that's exactly what we're going to be looking at today. So let's proceed to Meta Editor, and we're going to take our tutorial 19 over here, which we worked on previously, and we're going to save it as tutorial 20, as we often do, and change this up here, compile that. That compiles perfectly fine. So we're going to leave this first part, which you're by now very familiar with, the part where we send the order and then we have a fail-safe mechanism to check if everything was done correctly, and then it will even leave this part where we tell the trader about our order and then we delay execution for this is 5 seconds to be precise. Now we're going to get rid of these two bits just to save some space. So we had the closing of the order here, get rid of that. That was commented out anyway, and then the modifying of the order, that's the previous tutorial, we'll also get rid of that. And today we're going to be looking at just getting information. So the situation is, we've sent the order to the market. Here it is. We have the ticket number. We know the unique identifier, so we know what the order is. But we want to get more information on this order. So we want to here we want to find out information like stop loss level or take profit level, or the instrument, and the other information like the direction of the order. And it might seem trivial at this stage because we do already have this information in the program, but let's imagine for a second that we don't, that we were just, our program was able to pick up this ticket number, and now, but it doesn't know all of this other information. Now we need to retrieve it. Or you could imagine it in this way, that after the order was sent, sufficient time has passed for things to change. For example, the order could have been closed and we still have the ticket, and we need to find out if the order is closed or still open. And this is probably the most crucial part, because all of the other things like stop loss, take profit, and other parameters of the order, we won't be focusing on that as much in this beginner's course. But what we will need when we're coding our standalone algorithmic trading system down the track, we will need to be able to find out if the order has been closed or not. So I'll point that out when we get to it, but let's just start writing the code now. So we've told our program to wait for 5 seconds, and now we're going to select our order. And to do that, we need to use the OrderSelect function. And here where it says index, we put in the ticket number, and then second parameter, I'm just going to tell you what it is. It's select by ticket. Don't worry about the other one at this stage. So just for order select, this tells your program or your script in this case to select this order that we have the ticket number for, and remember the selection. So once again, order select returns a Boolean value telling us if the selection was successful or not. So we have to implement a fail-safe mechanism. Result is order select, and then we have to check result as we did previously. If result is false, then we have to tell the trader something like error selecting order, so he knows that we weren't able to select order and we won't be proceeding with the next step. Otherwise, else, if everything was alright, we're going to tell the trader that the order selected successfully, very similar to what we did before. And for ourselves, we'll just write a comment here that now we can work with this selected order. And what that means is basically that the terminal has saved this selection. You'll understand what this means in a second. The terminal the selection has been saved by the terminal. Alright, and now we're going to tell the trader more information about this order. We're going to extract this information through this selection. So we did the selection here, and now that selection will allow us to extract information about order and hashtag for number, and then we want to put in the ticket number. Usually, I just want to make this clear because I'm not sure if I was clear enough about this before. What we'd usually do is, or we can do, is we will take the ticket number, but in order to actually convert it to string, we'll do a type conversion here, string ticket, as you recall, and then so this becomes a string, and then we can concatenate it with the rest. But the alert statement by itself, this function, allows you to actually put parameters or like separate them just by a comma, and then you don't have to do this part. You can just put an integer and it will automatically turn it into string. So I don't think I was clear enough about that. Both ways are fine. So you can concatenate with a plus sign, but then you have to turn it into a string, or you can just use a comma. And we'll use a comma today. And then we'll put another comma, and at the end we'll just put like colon, so we know that the parameters come afterwards, or the information comes afterwards, so the trader knows that. And then we're going to just have a series of alert statements telling us more about this order, and we'll extract everything we can or everything we need at this stage. So what financial instrument has this order been created on? This is how it is done. So this is the important bit. So instrument, yes, that's okay. But where do we get the instrument? We call the order symbol function. It's a function, as you can see, doesn't take any void here. Void means that doesn't take any parameters, and it returns a string. Here on the left it says string. That means this is how you call the function. Just empty brackets. And name a function empty brackets, and it will return a string which we will add to the alert by means of this comma. And what it will return is the financial instrument where this order was opened, so, or where this order is opened. So by selecting the order here, we are now working with that order via this function. Okay, so let's do a couple more, and that will make more sense, or be a bit more easy to understand. So what about type of order? Meaning, is it a buy order, is it a sell order? Order type. There we go. So that will tell us the type of the order which was selected by the OrderSelect function. That's why I wrote here that selection has been saved by the terminal. So he knows which one's selected. So whenever we call these functions, he knows, the terminal knows which order to go to extract those values. All right, so there's going to be quite a few open time. Order open time is when the order was opened. Open price is when the order was at what price the order was opened. Alert, how about let's do volume now. That'll be how many lots. So the function is order lots here. So the volume of the order. Next we'll do stop loss. So here we will be able to pull out the current stop loss, and that will be, it can change. So if we've modified the order with order modify, as you remember in the previous examples, then it will always tell us the most recent stop loss, the one that's currently set for the order. Order take profit, similar. How about comment? Remember that comment that we put, my first order exclamation mark? So that'll be the comment, or any other comment if you set a different comment. How about, what else do we have? Order. Okay, this is an important one. Order close time. So I might stop here for a second, because this is what I mentioned at the beginning, that this is going to be how we find out if the order has been closed or not. So here, if closed, then this will be a greater than 0 value. If not closed, then it'll be less, then it'll be equal 0. So that's how this works. So if the order has been closed and we still have this ticket, we're still holding on to this ticket number, but because a sufficient time has passed and the market conditions have either hit the stop loss or take profit, or we could have closed the order ourselves using the order close function. In any case, the order has been closed, and the best way to find that out, and this is my recommended way, and probably a lot of traders do it this way, you check the order close time function. So if the order close time is greater than 0, that means the order has been closed. It does have a close time. If it has not yet been closed, the order close time will always be 0. So it's a very safe way to check if the order has been closed or not. All right, order close price. So here, order close price, very similar. So with the order close price, this is a bit tricky. Well, basically, if the order has been closed, so in this case, then it will have the price at which it was closed. So we'll type in something similar. If closed, then close price, or price at close. If not closed, then or possible price to close. So I'll just put this on a new line so you can see. So this one is interesting in the way that if the order has been closed, which you can check via this function as the prescribed method. So if the order has been closed, then this value will be the close price, and that's it, that's done. But if the order is still open, instead of returning nothing or a 0 or something useless, MQL4 actually does a very useful thing, and it returns the price at which you can close the order by if you were going to close it right now by the market. And so that's very useful in the sense that because say a buy order would always be closed at the bid price, so the cheaper price, and a sell order would always be closed at an ask price, at the dearer price. It's always usually you'd have to run a check. So if your order is a buy order, close it at the bid. If your order is sell order, close it at the ask. However, because you have this order close price, it basically already incorporates that. So if your order is a buy order, order close price will be your current bid price. If it's your order is sell order, order close price will be ask price, the current ask price. So MQL4 makes it very easy for you to quickly understand at which price to close your order, regardless of whether it's a buy or a sell. You just have to use the order close price. So that's kind of a sneaky cheat code in MQL4. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but I find it quite handy sometimes. So profit. One more is the profit, which will tell you either the profit of a closed order or the current running profit of an open order. So I'm just cautious of time here. This is becoming one of the long tutorials, and we'll just go and quickly see how this works. So we'll compile that, no errors or warnings, which is great. Go to the terminal, scripts, let's find our tutorial 20. So I'm going to drag this, inputs, we're not going to change anything. Okay, sorry, my bad. The trading wasn't on. So trading is on now. That's because I changed the account to have a fresh balance over here. Every time you change account, you got to change that as well, or you have to apply the relevant settings. Anyway, back to the tutorial, drag. Okay. And there we go. So starting from here, don't worry about that one. Our ticket, it waited 5 seconds, and then this is the information we brought up. So I'm just going to quickly bring up the Windows magnifier so it's easier to see. So it's over here on the right, this window, and I'm just going to go through this. So this was our first message for this launch of the script. That's the order. If we look down here, that's the order, 294 on the end, 294. Now we've selected, so we launched it, then we waited 5 seconds between here. You can see the time, 34:15, 34:20. So we waited 5 seconds, and then we have information about order 294. That's our order. So instrument, euro, US dollar. That's correct. That's the instrument we sent it with. Type 0. Don't get afraid that this is 0. In MQL4, 0 means buy, 1 means sell. That's just historically how it has developed. Open time 14. This very long number, it is actually a code, and that's how dates and times date times basically are stored in MQL4. This is the number of seconds that has passed since 1970, 1st January 1970, until the time and date when the order was actually opened. So we can convert this into a proper date time, but we won't bother about it. We will just believe that this is the correct date and time. All right, more importantly, open price 1.3527. Let's go down here and check if it is the correct open price. 1.3527, that is correct. All right, volume. It was one lot. That is how many. That's how big an order we requested. That's good. Stop loss 135.15 and take profit 135.35. Let's check that quickly. Going down here, stop loss 135.15, take profit 135.35. So the information has been extracted correctly. Comment my first order exclamation mark. That is our comment. All right, and to the very important bit, my order close time. The order close time is 0. That means the order is still active, which you can see over here. It is still in the market. And order close price 135.25. That is the price at which we could have closed the order at the time when we launched the script. And as we discussed, that's for this order, because the buy order, this represents the bid price at that time. And finally, profit minus 20 is just basically means that that's what the profit was, the order had when we launched the script. So that's also correct. Right now it's minus 30, but it's 1 pip lower than it was when we launched the script. So that's basically how you get all the information from an existing order if you have the ticket number. I'm just going to close this so it doesn't bother us anymore. I hope that all makes sense. We will be using some of this information we'll be relying it very heavily, especially this order close time, when we develop our algorithmic trading system. And hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you are watching on YouTube, do subscribe so you can keep up to date with more free tutorials that I post. I hope to see you on the next tutorial, and until then, happy coding.